What's up, y'all? I'm Chris Hayes 508, and this is On the Spot. And today we got a very special guest. Please introduce yourself. Tell us your name, where you're from, what you got going on.
Yo, what's good, World Squad? Everyone out here, my grinders, my believers, my achievers. This is your boy Derek, the Westside Askew. So you already know that's the name. Now you want to know what I got going on? Oh, let me tell you where I'm from first, actually. So I'm actually originally from Bethlehem, PA. Westside, actually part of the city. So that's where I'm originally from. Right now, I'm out here in West Virginia, just I don't even know how I really got here. We can actually get into that a little bit later. But what I got going on, I'm just pushing, on my music. Definitely my latest album, Boys Saying Shit. Definitely some versatility on there. If you got some heartbreak, I got something for that. If you trying to get lit, if you trying to put some positivity, if you got some sorrow in your life, whatever it is, just know your boy does it all. It's one-stop shop over here. So whatever you're looking for, the homie got it. So right now, what I really got going on is really just pushing a lot of that. I'm still working a lot on my brand. Started music this year, actually. 2020, I started, really pushing my music or started recording music. But I probably started taking it serious mid-October this year. So right now, just working on my brand, putting myself out there, getting on all the different platforms, you know what I'm saying? Trying to just figure out where my lane actually really is. So that's pretty much, what I got going on right now.
All right. Bet. Well, I did hear the album. I like what I heard, and y'all definitely should go check it out, too. We're going to talk about that and a whole lot more. But before we get started, I want to officially welcome you to On the Spot. Thanks for coming through.
Yo, I appreciate you having me. Appreciate what you're doing with your platform, too, Appreciate how you're helping the community for real.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Now, the first thing that I always like to start with is your name. And I kind of just put it together off your intro. But for the people that don't know, tell the people again what your artist name is, who gave it to you, why did you choose it, what's the backstory on it?
Word. Okay, so I go by the Westside because my name is Derek Askew, so it's my initials playing off the word the, and then Westside actually is where I'm from in Bethlehem. Originally from actually Eastside Bethlehem, but moved to Westside Bethlehem probably like 2005. And all my day one homies, all the people I still fuck with to this day, people that were at my wedding, all those good things, they all came from, we all came from the same middle school, went to the same high school, graduated together. And, I still, chop it up with all of them today. So that's kind of, why I picked that name. And if anybody on here happen to see me, anything like that, if you go follow me anywhere, I'm all about, pushing, like support and positivity. So I kind of looked at, life, and I was like, when I see, just using music as an example, if you got, New York, for example, they got a lot of people, and, New York has so many successful artists that, people are always like, well, let's go check New York and see who's the next successful artist. So I looked at it like, all right, if I can, do whatever I can to help my community, make a name for myself, then I could use that spotlight, that platform, and start putting on, everybody else. That's actually why I'm wearing this stuff, because my homie, he's a barber, got his own clothing line as well, Legacy. And then a girl I know, she makes clothing, Desire Attire. So, always trying to put on my community and my homies, like I said. So that's kind of why I go by the Westside. And I kind of gave myself that name just because, like I said, originally was going by my name, but I was like, nah, let me do a little something different. So that's kind of how I got the name, the Westside, just using my initials and just, using, my whole brand of trying to support and uplift everybody that I came up with, because I don't know how you can have day one homies and you call me day one homies and you ain't trying to have them come up to me. Make no sense. So that's definitely, why I use the Westside part in my whole entire name there.
I love that, man. I love that explanation. The Westside, man. Shout out to Legacy. Shout out to Desire. That's dope. You supporting your people too, man. So y'all heard it, man. I'm gonna put his name right down below. Go give him a follow right now. And also, I wanted to talk about your musical journey. And I know in the beginning you mentioned a little bit how you kind of started taking it seriously in October and things like that. But I kind of wanted to just elaborate on that, get a little bit more details. So, like, did you start making music a while ago and take a break and then kind of got into it? Like, what was, or did you literally just start recording this year? And like, how did you get into it? Like, why did you get into it? And like, now that you've already put out some projects, what keeps you going to do more?
Yeah. So to give you the whole story, how that actually started. Well, I had a homie back in college, and we were, we used to chill or whatever. And one day we were putting on instrumentals. We were just freestyling, fucking around. And then at some point, he was like, "Yo, bro, you've been freestyling for like 15 minutes." He's like, "Do you do this?" I was like, "Nah, man. I'm just, we're just chilling, whatever, just doing this." And then he's like, "Nah, man, I think you might, want to try to do this." And I was like, "Ah, no, I don't really know. We're in college. I'm trying to be a scholar and all those things." And then that was in 2013, 2014. Then I would say 2018, I started working from home. Then I wasn't that good of a at-home employee because I was just spending a lot of time recording on my voice memos app. I had a couple of phones, so I was using one to play the instrumental, recording with the other one, send them to all my same homie I mentioned earlier. And he was a producer and all that. And he was like, "Yo, man, listen, I got like a studio and everything. You should come through. We can start recording." So went to his crib, started to record. He's like, "Yo, man, we just starting out, but I think you can really do something with this." So that was 2018. I stopped after that, after making some tracks with him. And then I would say in 2020, when, the whole pandemic and the lockdowns and everything, I was just sitting at the crib. I wasn't working. My business wasn't really, we weren't really able to do too many transactions. So I was like, well, I mean, wifey was at work. So I was just, because she was in the medical field. So it was crazy for her. But so I was just at the house and I was like, what am I going to do? Couldn't go to the gym. And I was like, let me just start recording. So, I copped a Logic Pro, had the equipment, just start hitting record one day, going on YouTube, just ripping beats. And then at that point, I was just, just recording like 5-6 tracks a day even. I mean, they weren't really that good because, I was just throwing everything out. But, definitely that's how I started, got into it. So 2020, that's when I started to record consistently. And I started to see like an actual progression, going from just saying what was hot at the moment to like over time, I was like, what? I actually feel like I'm starting to create my own lane and sound like myself. So then, so fast forward to like this year, with my business partners and everything that I had going on outside of music. Once someone in your life is, you can't build any more chapters with, once you get to that chapter, you're like, yeah, what, we gotta, my book's gonna continue, your book is gonna continue, but we just can't, each other's stories no more. At that point, I was like, all right, well, this kind of to the back burner. So now I was like, all right, listen, I've been doing this music thing in the background for a couple of years. Let me just, start taking it serious. So that's how I got started. So with so many songs, like I think I uploaded probably like 300 something songs on this platform called Audio Mac. And then I was like, I was making so many tracks. So I was like, let me just throw some tracks together real quick. And that's when I released my first project, Phantom of the Rager. Just some hype songs. Sent those out in like October. Then linked up with one of my boys who was actually in Bethlehem. His name is Roger. He goes by the Token Sound. He's on my Instagram as well. I follow him. He was like, hey man, like, he sent me some beats. I was like, yo, these beats are pretty dope. Then I released a single with him. Got a little antsy, not gonna lie. So then I dropped another EP in November. And then I just wanted to, because I was a real estate investor, still do that, but I was known for that for a while. So I really wanted to like tell people like, nah, listen, I do real estate, but music is like what I really fuck with. So I was like, listen, I'm gonna be in your face with music constantly. There was a point I was making a song every day on IG Live and just engineering it right
Damn.
on the spot. So I was doing that for a little bit just to like get past the message, the boy's serious. We really do this. So that led to December, the beginning of this month, where I dropped Boys Saying Shit out on all the platforms, wherever you get your tunes. Definitely could find me there. So I did all that. Now with putting out 24 songs in about 48 to 50 days or whatever, or 60 days or whatever. Yeah, maybe like 60 days. I wanted to, start to build my brand where it's like, hey, start doing things like this, start actually promoting the tracks, heavily, Twitter, Instagram, Triller, wherever I can, YouTube, wherever I can be at, really be there. So that's how I got to where I'm at right now. So, just a lot of, trying to build my brand right now, putting myself out there, trying to get on anything, connect with anybody who's serious about the craft and, advancing and going forward. So that's really what I'm about.
Bet, man. I love that. I love that story, man. You haven't given up, man. You've stayed persistent. That's a lot of material to put out. And I want to talk about your newest project because we are kind of getting towards the end of the interview. So I want to make sure we talk about this. It just came out too. I was just looking at the date when I was looking down, I was looking at the date. December 2nd, the project dropped. Tell the people about your new project, how many songs are on it, who are the producers, do you have any features, where can they listen to it? Tell them real quick about the new album.
Yeah, so the new album, Boys Saying Shit, like he said, dropped December 2nd. 14 tracks on there. There is actually one feature. That's track number 9, Let Me Down, with Jay Hunter. Now, Jay Hunter, he actually produced all the beats, and he did a lot of engineering too. So when I made that album, that was just me and him, in his room, just banging out tracks. So, that's a little bit about the album. With the album, I really wanted to let people know, like, I'm a human being, and I feel like, since we're all humans and we all listen to music, I wanted the album to really express, like, hey, I'm not really trying to put myself in any specific lane. I'm not trying to be a hard ass. I'm not trying to be a turn up party boy, because, I'm not angry every day. I'm not sad every day. I'm not trying to fight every day. I'm not in the club every day. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, let me actually paint an actual picture of what a human actually goes through. So, there's some hype songs, there's some heartbreak, there's some, I'm in love type shit, everything. So that way, if you're a human, you can listen to it and be like, yeah, I feel that. And then if you sad one day, you might play a different track and you're like, yeah, I feel that too. So I definitely wanted the project to really demonstrate the versatility that I know that I do have, and I've tried to express that. I think I did a pretty good job on the album expressing that, hey, I'm really a one-stop shop, but really can feel, any type of mood you're in. There's definitely at least one track on there that you can definitely vibe to. So I definitely say shout out to Jay Hunter for definitely helping me out with that. Definitely blessed heavy. So yeah, that's really want to say about the album. It's everywhere: Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Pandora, YouTube, wherever you get your tunes, your boy's there. Just know that.
Guys, go check it out, man. You won't be disappointed. Like I said, I'm gonna put his name right down below. Go give him a follow. And the Westside, man, we've gone over a lot in a short period of time, and we've gotten to know a lot about you and your journey and your album and everything else. And I want to make sure we didn't miss anything. So before we go, anything I didn't ask you want to talk about, any shout outs you want to give, or just like a message for everyone watching?
Yeah, so my main message for real is, like, with everything going on, with so much division, so much nonsense going out here, I just want to say, keep pushing the positivity, keep spreading love, everything's not gloom and doom, only if you make it that way. So, uplift the people in your community, help your day one homies, just go out here, chase your dreams. Don't really worry about comparing yourself to anybody. Just be yourself every day. Only thing you have to really worry about for real is being better than yourself yesterday.